children ranging in age from 23 months to 17 years old. Florida Attorney General James Othmeyer calling it one of the single largest operations of its kind in U.S. history. He says many of the children experienced abuse, neglect, and exploitation. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
On Wall Street, a potential rebound this morning after two big sell-offs in a row. Stock futures are rising, up about 100 points for the Dow and the NASDAQ. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
It is a Wednesday edition of the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. Also, you'll find us at Radio Para Mí. It is a free app and listen on your smartphone. Show producer Fred Cruz, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. I'm Sergio Sanchez. Appreciate you being with us. City of Starbase applying for a program that might provide some state tax refunds for a whopper major project that's SpaceX. The City of Starbase, the newly incorporated City of Starbase, they want to have a Texas Enterprise Zone established so that SpaceX can work on their Giga Bay project and get some other return from it. 700,000 square foot facility would help meet the company's goal of building and launching more starships every year. The City of Starbase could see nearly $4 million in sales and use tax refund incentives if the Enterprise Zone is eventually established. At 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. A panel of federal judges in West Texas blocking the state of Texas from using their newly redrawn congressional maps passed by Republicans this past summer.
A significant loss for Texas Republicans and President Trump, who asked Texas to redraw the congressional maps in order to flip 5 more seats to the GOP in 2026. U.S. District Judge Jeffrey Brown sided with the plaintiffs in this case, including minority rights groups, that the map is racially discriminatory. LULAC attorney Nina Perales represented the plaintiffs.
When they were talking about their final product in August 2025, they describe it in terms of race. That's unconstitutional.
The state can only appeal this decision to the U.S. Supreme Court. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
It's been a busy year for federal ICE agents.
The Trump administration is on pace to shatter historic records for deportations. Border czar Tom Homan says around 650,000 people have been deported so far this year.
That's a record. We beat the last record by a couple 100,000, and we're just getting started.
He made the comments while speaking with troops in South Texas who were served an early Thanksgiving dinner. Homan says on the interior, there is a focus on finding some 300,000 illegal immigrant children who slipped through the cracks. Around 24,000 have been recovered, he said.
That's Michael Board with that report. And the last pennies minted by the U.S. government expected to bring in big bucks at auction.
The coins will be sold December 11th by Stax Bowers Galleries with 232 special 3-coin sets, symbolizing the 232 years of U.S. penny production. Each set will include 2 regular pennies from the mints in Philadelphia and Denver and 1 24-karat gold penny. Each set is expected to bring in around $45,000 to $50,000. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
You know, as soon as they're sold at auction, it's like, 230 some odd sets. 2 regulars. 1 is a 24-karat gold penny. As soon as they sell, and see, they say maybe $50,000 per set. Maybe. They're probably going for more than that. And as soon as they sell, you watch on the secondary market, they'll be going like for, I don't know, maybe $500,000 right after that. It will never happen again. They'll never mint those pennies. It's 7:08. It's AccuWeather with the time. And I want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch with Purina Feed. It is the best. That's why Dougie and the crew at Martin Farm and Ranch, they carry it. Certified dealer for Purina Feed, Martin Farm and Ranch. And the heat continues today, tomorrow, the next day. Any change to the expected cool weather headed this way for the weekend? What do you got, Jason?
No. Morning. It looks like still heading into Thanksgiving week will be where our changeover really comes. It's still looking quite warm the rest of the week, honestly. But let's see. Heading through the weekend, near 90s Saturday, low 90s Sunday.
Oh, even the weekend going to be nice and hot.
Yeah, Monday. No, here it comes.
Okay.
Sunday night
into
Monday. 72 Sunday night, and only going up to 76 on Monday.
So it's overnight.
Yeah.
Sunday
Now Tuesday is going to be odd. Tuesday's going to jump back to the mid 80s real quick. And then it's mid and upper 70s the rest of the week, right into Friday, Black Friday.
Why is this? Like, it comes down so fast it bounces off?
I would suspect, and I haven't looked thoroughly, but I would suspect there's a little warm front that bounces through. Let's see. We're talking Tuesday. Yeah, there's a minor warm front that lifts through, and then the cold front right after it.
Crazy.
So it'll bounce back down for us Tuesday into Wednesday.
That is just nuts. Okay. Well, at least next week, and it is next week, right? We're talking about
Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving week.
We are 1 week away from the pre-Thanksgiving. When we start doing the food tasting. 1 week from today, right? We start doing the food tasting. Let me taste the pie, see if it's okay. Let me taste the stuffings, and of course, Turkey Day, 1 week from tomorrow. Wow!
You don't want to pre-test the turkey, though.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No. If it's raw, no, you definitely don't want to. Unless it's cooked already, you can take a slice. Let's see. It is as far as national days today. It is like fizzy drinks with caffeine day, carbonated drinks with caffeine, not the decaffeinated ones. It has to be the.
So it's got to be cola or Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
or I guess energy drinks.
No.
They're carbonated and fuzz. No. I just drink coffee.
No,
not that that's any better. Really.
I'm afraid of those energy. I drink. I drink less coffee now, thanks to a kidney stone a few days back. But yeah, I've always been afraid of those energy drinks.
I like a Red Bull once in a while. I mean, it really depends. Well, I also come from the skateboarding, snowboarding background, where that stuff developed. So I had early access to it back in the.
It's coming from the palate of a 5-year-old, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He likes Red Bull. You don't
give me the sugar and caffeine, but
you don't like mashed potatoes. But
no, I love mashed potatoes.
Okay. Avocado.
Pretty much can't go wrong with potatoes.
Yeah, you're right. With all that cheese and butter? Of course not. He always goes. All right, pal. Call you next hour. That's meteorologist Jason Caterina, and we start the day. Temperatures mostly in the mid 70s. The time is 7:12 on News Talk 710 KURV, and program note for KURV. And if you have not signed up for this lunch at Embassy Suites in McAllen today, you should stop by. Get yourself a ticket. Go mingle with engineers and folks who are contractors, and lots of local leadership, folks who are in the know when it comes to infrastructure. It is the big lunch today that's taking place at the Embassy Suites in McAllen. Institute for Leadership Capital Projects, their infrastructure luncheons. Hope you can stop by. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Sergio. My program will be there as a lead into this. We'll be having some conversations on infrastructure and other business conversations. So join us for that program and join us for lunch. Should be a great conversation. I'll have a chance to help out with a panel. Time is 7:12 on News Talk 710 KURV. And an interesting note from NBC News, they went out and asked people about strident and abrasive political language and how that may have led to the killing of Charlie Kirk. It was the flippant use and abuse of words like Nazi and fascist and racist, always used by the left. Most voters believe that extreme political rhetoric contributed to the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
That's according to a recent NBC News poll that found 54% of Democrats and 73% of Republicans say they feel more than extreme political rhetoric used by some in the media and by political leaders was an important contributor to Kirk's death. When looking at independent voters, 53% blamed the rhetoric, while 28% said they feel more it was an incident caused by a disturbed person. Kirk's assassination sparked conversations about freedom of speech and followed other notable incidents of political violence. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Up next, going to share with you a conversation on the trends of the Texas economy, the low-hanging fruit, the high-tech potential, and the move to high-tech all across Texas and maybe even the Valley. Going to share with you a conversation with the main speaker of today's lunch at that Institute for Leadership Capital Projects, taking place again noontime today. Hope you stop by, enjoy the lunch and the conversation about the state of Texas and our economy. That's next on 710 KURV.
Do the holiday parties, tailgating, and family get-togethers have your liver working overtime? Let Active Liver help give your liver some relief at Amazon or VitaCost.com, CVS, Meijer Grocery, or ShopRite.
The newest dealership in the Bert Ogden Auto Group, the all-new state-of-the-art BMW of FAR, is now open with an incredible selection of new BMWs to choose from and the same exceptional service you've come to know. Right now, during the BMW Road Home Sales Event, you can lease a BMW X3 for just $599 a month with $51.29 due at signing. Come see why BMW has always been known as the ultimate driving machine. BMW of FAR, now open on the corner of Expressway 281 in Owasso in FAR. Come find your new BMW today.
When it comes to livestock fencing, the folks at Martin Farm and Ranch believe that if you do it right, then you only do it once, which means by utilizing high-quality materials like Stay Tough fence products and Martin's expertise in fence building, you'll get exactly what you need to keep them in or keep them out. High-tensile wire like Stay Tough allows you to build your fence using less materials and labor. So for your next fence project, come see the fine folks at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburgh. Just look for the horse.
Tune in Saturday morning for your Fightin' Texas Aggies as they host the Sanford Bulldogs. Kickoff at 11 on News Talk 710 KURV. Dig 'em, Aggies!
You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us for the big show, 9 o'clock this morning. The Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV on the road at Embassy Suites in McAllen as lead-in to this infrastructure luncheon presented by the Institute for Leadership in Capital Projects, ILINCA. Again, today at 9 o'clock in the morning, the big show, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., made possible by the good folks at Mott's Building Materials, ERO Architects, and Rio Bank. Wednesday, the 19th, main speaker for the Institute for Leadership in Capital Projects Infrastructure Luncheon taking place at Embassy Suites in McAllen. And we hope that you make time to go to lunch and meet with other architects and engineers and contractors and local leadership. We're going to solve all the infrastructure problems for Texas in one big luncheon today for water and power, highway issues, and drainage as well. The main speaker who will be featured at the lunch before the panel discussion on infrastructure is Dr. Valerie Segovia, and she is Vice President of Investor Relations for Texas EDC, comes to us from Austin. And I'm just, wow. I was surprised, and other friends too, like, wow, she's got like nuclear knowledge. Like, seriously, she's former director of the Texas A&M Engineering Experiment Station Nuclear Power Institute. We welcome Dr. Segovia to the program. And just for folks to get to know you a little bit better, Dr. V,
yes,
tell us a little bit about your background, where you grew up, what you studied, and how you wound up at Texas EDC, and with the Aggies helping out with some of these nuclear research efforts there for a while.
Thank you so much for having me,
Yeah.
Sergio. It's an honor and a pleasure, and especially most definitely to talk about what's going on in the great state of Texas. For me, I just celebrated my first year with the Texas EDC as their Vice President of Investor Relations, as you mentioned. And just as a quick note to our audience, if they don't know about us, Texas EDC, the Texas Economic Development Corporation, we're a corporation that helps make up the cornerstone of Governor Greg Abbott's economic development portfolio. We work hand in hand with the economic development and tourism team led by Adriana Cruz. Everybody knows her. And our president and CEO that leads our corporation is Aaron Demerson, who is a former Texas Workforce Commissioner representing employers. But, for me, it's been an exciting year because this is, as you mentioned, I have a different background. It was new to me, but it's been phenomenal to know in this level of comprehension and work, the true tenacity of the Texas spirit led by our great governor, Adriana Cruz and Aaron Demerson, just in what it takes to keep Texas number one. For me, prior to joining this amazing team, because we have an amazing team at TXEDC, but prior to that, as you mentioned, I was at Texas A&M for about 15, 16 years. I ended several of those years being the director of the Nuclear Power Institute. And I will tell you, it was an honor and a pleasure. Our main mission with NPI was to help build the Texas workforce in the nuclear energy sector. Now, that was first created back several years ago, about 15, 18 years ago, when we were talking a lot about the first Texas nuclear renaissance, the U.S. globally as well. And that's when things really became really quite interesting, and we were created. During that time, lots of things have shifted and changed, but there's been so much exciting work. And during that time, we worked a lot. We worked a lot with communities, different types of organizations, industries outside of nuclear, but also with K-12 or pre-K-12 education, higher education. And it was all about building the Texas workforce for nuclear. But what we found out is that we didn't need to focus so much on nuclear workforce specifically. It was all about STEM. And we knew as we educated, we build these relationships, that everyone was going to be excited. And all of the industries around us, all of our partners, our communities really engaged in a way where it was just lifting up students to really engage in careers that maybe perhaps they never thought of. And so that was really quite rewarding. And prior to that, I was a Palacios High School principal with the thought that I would be the next superintendent. But I was recruited away by Texas A&M, and then now with the Texas EDC. So the good news is that I have a very diverse background, but I like to think and believe that my background, all the experiences that I've had here in Texas, throughout the U.S., and even internationally, is that I represent Texas, that anything is possible, that we all have the ability, if we have the work ethic, the desire, and the willingness to work together for something better.
Well, I'm so glad you have expertise in nuclear energy know-how and exposure to that, thanks to the gang at Texas A&M and their efforts. So let me cut to the chase then. We know that natural gas and coal and some of the natural power generation, like the windmills and solar. Okay, so our Texas energy, and I went looking for this, I think our peak record was like 80 gigawatts. That was the record that we said. Was 75 billion was a previous record. We use a lot of energy, and now we have industry that's going to be very power hungry. The data centers, like some of the headlines, I just wrote them down real quick before this is stuff that's been in the news like the past 6 to 8 weeks with Abilene, the data center that's power hungry in West Texas. We got that Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, Meta data center in West Texas, El Paso, NVIDIA with their Whopper facility, computer chip manufacturing, Metro Houston, and of course the headline that popped up this week, Google with 3 AI data centers, power hungry industries. Maybe, hopefully they generate their own power in order to provide for operations. And then of course our neighbor here in Brownsville, our neighbor, Elon Musk, and he's bringing everything from California to South Texas, and he's going to need a lot of juice, a lot of power for his rocket factory. He might be generating power, I'm told. Hopefully he does enough to put some back on the grid for us as well. So there was a proposal to perhaps build 4 or 5, maybe 4 small nuclear facilities like the one, I'm guessing like the one at Texas A&M. So whatever happened to that proposal? Are we on our way to getting that, or what needs to happen? Perhaps maybe we can get some power that's nuclear, some electricity that's nuclear power generated for the state.
Okay. Well, these are all really great questions. They're very timely, Sergio, so thank you. But again, because of my role and where I sit now, I'm going to, give a perspective from my office and really me personally, but also what I hear. And I'll just tell you once again, we're so fortunate to have a governor, a legislature that's very, very interested. We're looking forward, very forward thinking into what is needed in our state of Texas to keep the momentum going and all the possibilities facilities. And again, with economic development, that's the good news, right? All the opportunities that are coming to the great state of Texas, all the opportunities that are going to be coming to families, business owners, individuals. So that's the good news. Now, the news that you are alluding to, what we need to be concerned about, and I'll just tell you, I think everyone's really thinking about that. How are we going to maintain the desire, the growth? And I think again, our great governor and the legislature has thought a lot about that. They're supporting, you mentioned nuclear energy. They opened a new office led by their new executive director, Jared Schaefer, and he's going to do a great job in facilitating some of those funds that have been allotted. He's already working with universities and businesses that are interested in some of those funding as a resource. But, I think that the conversations in how we do that, if it is transmission lines, if it's water, if it's all the things, those are all of the conversations that are being had. And I think that as we continue these conversations like here today, and as we do in constructed meetings that are specifically on the target, just to keep it up, community members need to keep talking about it. They need to make sure that their voices are being heard. But the good news is all of these opportunities, be it nuclear, gas, oil, whatever it is, everyone's talking about it. And we need to have those conversations, universities, research centers, all of those entrepreneurs that you mentioned. You talked about those nuclear facilities. A lot of the discussion are those small modular reactors that seem to will be a great resource to a lot of these big businesses, these data centers that are coming along. A lot of those data centers plan on bringing their own energy. That's exciting. I know Texas A&M at the Rellis campus, they plan on there's 4 different companies bringing in research for small modular reactors, possibly a 5th. But the good news is the work is being done. Efforts are there. And not only are the efforts, the desire, but there's funding now, again, through the legislature, but also with these businesses, they plan on supporting, they plan on bringing their own energy. So hopefully, again, as we work together, we continue the conversation to make sure that we're all on the same page, that we're working in the same direction, but that we're supporting the innovation. And that's where we, as far as the Texas Economic Development Corporation, are so thrilled, because that's what we do as far as our networks and all of our investors that are part of our family. We just bring everyone together to make sure those conversations are being had and opportunities are being taken advantage of.
One thing that we have noted, Dr. Valerie Segovia with Texas Economic Development, and she'll be the main speaker at this luncheon taking place Wednesday, the 19th, Embassy Suites, McAllen. It's the Institute for Leadership and Capital Projects. Hope you can make time and join us for that lunch. She's the main speaker. And then we will also have a panel discussion with folks that are on the front lines of infrastructure and brainstorming on solutions for infrastructure, water, power, highway issues, drainage issues. I'll have a chance to help lead that panel discussion with some local leadership and also regional leadership on that. Dr. Valerie Segovia, I was going to say that workforce training, we've seen an aggressive push by the governor. I can tell you that on a separate issue, which is on the medical side, I've had some folks on the front lines of medicine in awe and grateful that Governor Abbott has been recruiting top talent when it comes to medical research and clinical research and scientists for Texas, which is wonderful to hear, because Texas might be a leader in several fields when it comes to biomedicine and research. But when it comes to simply getting the boots on the ground to build, we need people trained in the trades, electricity, plumbing, erecting structures, all these other systems. And we've seen a very strong effort over the past, what would I say, maybe 3 years or so that I've seen. Maybe you've known about it even more. Like adult high schools, for example. We've done several interviews on these adult high schools that are all over. They're dotting the land. People 18 to 50, whatever it is that they're doing, they can come back and become a welder or learn a trade in electricity. Like, these are the jobs that pay big money right now. And even our kids are being trained at high school level to be a welder. We got kids in Edinburgh graduating with their license or certification, going straight to the Port of Brownsville to build the liquefied natural gas node right now. And what's happening here is happening in other parts of the state. And this is proactive. This has been taking place now for several years. Anyway, just your thoughts on that.
Oh, I love it. And it's so timely, especially, prior to this position when I did my former work with NPI, when we worked a lot with pre-K 12 and higher education, and that being technical schools, community colleges, and even those industries, and all of the industries, it didn't matter if it was energy or if it was medical or whatever it was. Majority of those folks would always say, 70% of our workforce are those 1 and 2 year degreed folks, those certified folks. And to me, especially as an educator that had spent the majority of their time on a campus where our background was really just pushing those 4-year degrees, bachelor's degrees, because that was what our thinking was best for students. So it was a shift, and we've been pushing that shift of change for the last 15, 17 years, that there's huge, great value in those 1 and 2 year degrees. And as you mentioned, our governor is supporting that. Just recently, a couple of weeks ago, or was it last week, at time flies, but TSTC is getting a huge amount of funding to continue that type of training, and we're excited because obviously they're part of our family of investors with TXEDC. But beyond that, the scope of their work, what they do to keep people nimble and ready to work is so wonderful. And again, our great relationship with the Workforce Commission, our president and CEO, Aaron Demerson's background, we're ready. We are focused. We feel as though we have the pulse. We hear it, we feel it. And again, it is a wonderful day in Texas. It has been for several years that we're open and willing and encouraging students. And as you mentioned, those adults, it doesn't stop when they turn 18. Mm-hmm. And what I love about that personally, and I think as a culture, is that we're really encouraging that lifelong learning. And it could be just the desire to learn, or because you're in a new chapter of your life and you want to do something different. You can go back to school, and it's becoming easier and easier with the type of support that we have.
10-4. We'll look forward to seeing you, and we appreciate your participation and the time you give us to be with us in McAllen. And I hope that you and Aaron Demerson and the team with the governor can help us land a chip manufacturer or a data center and more of that high tech down here. We're ready. We got Texas A&M offices for training. We got the university, Texas A&M here, UTRGV, and an amazing engineering program. I know we can do it. We got some hungry folks down here ready, chomping at the bit to get it done. And we look forward to seeing you, Ms. Valerie. Thank you so much, Dr. Valerie Segovia with Texas EDC. We'll see you again Wednesday, the 19th. Join us for that lunch, that Institute for Leadership and Capital Projects lunch at the Embassy Suites in McAllen at 11:30. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And if we can ever help, or anyone needs additional information, please contact me, or we'll connect you to Adriana's team, the EDT team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Val. We'll talk soon. News on Newstalk 710 KURV. This radio station is home to Texas A&M fighting Aggie football. We'll take a look at sports up next.
Experience everything Bird Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh has to offer: service, selection, and quality. Indulge yourself with bold design and step into EV luxury, and lease a new Cadillac Lyriq, now just $439 per month during the Cadillac season's best event. More style, more innovation, more you. Make your move, set yourself apart, and discover a new standard of luxury ownership. Visit us online at birdogdencadillac.com, or come in today to Bird Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh, where legends are made. Dale gas!
The massive engine that is driving the Rio Grande Valley economy, the $18 billion plus committed to the area flowing in here because of that. Liquefied natural gas node, billions more on a second one on the way. And we got just impressive operations with an industrial park at the Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville. You got this big Italian food processing outfit, and just amazing things taking place. All the new energy components being shipped in, those big blades, steel operations, shipbuilding operations as well. It's amazing what's taking place. And you know what? We're just getting started. Real world and private sector investment is here. Stay up with all the news from our economic engine of South Texas. It is the Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville. So all you need to do is to get the regular communication and put all the other email stuff you get, throw that into junk mail. Make sure that you receive from the Port of Brownsville their monthly newsletter and stay in the know on the economic happenings of South Texas. portofbrownsville.com, portofbrownsville.com. Sign up for the free newsletter.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's drtsprimarycare.com.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from a great selection of Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2026 Volvo XC40 with all the technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $399 a month. That's right, $399 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Volvo Cars Edinburgh. Dale gas!
Coming up after the Valley's morning news, stay tuned for the Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez starting at 9, followed by the Dana Show with Dana Lash at 11 on News Talk 710 KURV, KURV.com, and on the Radio Parami app.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute. Spurs down their top two stars in Area 51, Wemby and Castle. They still found a way to get the victory over the Grizzlies, 111-101, with the help of De'Aaron Fox, team leading 26 points.
Card. Now Fox looking to attack. On Caldwell Pope. Step back three. He's got it. De'Aaron Fox taking over the third.
Spurs are out their top players a few weeks, but still look great on the court. Spurs play again tomorrow versus the Hawks at 6 p.m. Stars had the wildest of endings last night in Captain Jamie Benn's return with the last-second goal chance off the stick of Wyatt Johnson.
3 seconds. Stars with a shot at the horn. Same score. Did they beat the clock? Riddick was bumped into as well. The Stars are celebrating. Everything will get looked at. And did Dallas just pull off an absolute miracle?
The call was overturned, unfortunately, on a goalie interference call and lose 3-2 to the Islanders. Stars play again tomorrow versus the Canucks at 8. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
AccuWeather says highs today, mid-90s. If you like today, you'll like tomorrow and the next day and probably most of the weekend. Highs will be in the low to mid-90s. When does the cold front get here? Sunday night to Monday morning. That was the report from AccuWeather. So there you go. We're a few days away from changing up the weather. Well, just in time for Thanksgiving next week. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. Let's see here. So if you're driving back to the McAllen, Edinburgh mission area, 35 to 45 minutes at all three major bridges, last check. And if you're driving back to the Brownsville area, they were busy at Gateway and B&M at about 45 minutes. Thank you for joining us on the Valley's Morning News, business news, and a check of your money. That's next on 710 KURV.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
125 plus years of experience in the roofing business, commercial roofing business, key. 125 plus years, man. After all that time, all these teams, the know-how passed down from generation to generation. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing is the outfit I'm talking about, and they've been involved through the years. I mean, they got footprints all across the nation here in the Rio Grande Valley waiting for your call because their knowledge, expertise, all the different services, new services that they bring to South Texas, and of course, all the confidence that all this work will be done right. They stand by it. They got the valued warranties that you should expect from such an expert outfit like Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Your relationship with them could start if you call or text the number I'm going to give you in just a few seconds. You tell them how many buildings you have in South Texas, some of these commercial sites that you have, and let them check it out. Let those expert eyes take a look at at your commercial roof and see if there's any weak spots. And they know, based on the year, the type of roof that you have, the materials, workmanship. They know. They'll give you an expert report on where you are as far as the health of your commercial roofing system. Well, for free, gratis, for free. That's an amazing value, and you get the information you need to make some good decisions on how to properly manage your building. And of course, if you're about to build something, you definitely need the expertise of Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Here's the number to call, 956-655-6178.
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Come into Genesis of Harlingen today and soak up the feeling of the dynamic yet elegant design and cutting-edge technology that makes up the amazing Genesis vehicle lineup. Visit today and choose from a great selection like a 2026 Genesis GV80 with an impressive 0.99% APR for 36 months. Come see where refined sophistication meets powerful innovation at Genesis of Harlingen at 8521 Expressway 83 in Harlingen. Shop from the entire line of Genesis online at genesisofharlingen.com.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Dom Savino with Your Money Now. Home buying demand is dropping. According to new data from the Mortgage Bankers Association, it saw new applications fall 5% week over week. The culprit, or at least one of them, mortgage prices rose for the third straight week, up to 6.37% on the average 30-year mortgage. No doubt Walmart's got plenty of angry Friends fans in its DMs this morning. That's because Heinz new Friends-inspired leftover gravy sold out at Walmart just hours after the exclusive product was released yesterday. Leftover gravy is a reference to the episode with Ross's Moist Maker sandwich made out of Thanksgiving leftovers with the secret ingredient, an extra slice of gravy-soaked bread in the middle. Good luck getting Joey to share his portion. Maybe we'll finally be able to end this losing streak on Wall Street. Futures are slightly higher after 4 straight days of selling, fueled by concerns over AI companies. That's Your Money Now.
AccuWeather says highs low to mid-90s. You like the heat? Yeah, you'll love it the rest of the week and going into the weekend. Right now, temperatures mid-70s. This is the Valley's Morning News, and we have Fox News coming up in about 2 minutes. Join us online. Radio Para Mí. Download the free app. A reminder that at every El Pato restaurant, as good, as awesome, so savory, wonderful. For example, the breakfast tacos are. The patos at every El Pato restaurant, elpato.com. If you'd like to order online, I phone it in, as savory and so scrumptious and satisfying, and it just goes down so good. That's one thing I noticed about, you know what I'm talking about, like some Mexican food. It's like real heavy. I don't know what it is. El Pato, it goes down really, really good. The tortillas fresh off the skillet, the flour tortillas. Fill them up right now with your favorite. They call them fillers over at El Pato. The egg and ham, egg and bacon. chorizo, an egg potato, the cheese. Make yourself a big old bag. Order a big old bag of breakfast patos right now. And as awesome as all the food is, and it goes down so wonderful, it tastes so good, it's so beautiful, smells so good. This El Pato food. Pork tamales are back. The pork tamales, $9.99 a dozen at every El Pato restaurant. And a little program note for my family at El Pato. They will be closed on Thanksgiving Day, so you better get your pork tamales early. Pork tamales, $9.99 for a limited time at all El Pato restaurants.
If you're lucky enough to live in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas, there's a special place I want to tell you about. It's called Glick Twins. It's a gun store. Not just any gun store, a real gun store. The last of its kind. Family owned and operated since 1945. What makes a gun store? Well, it's hard to put your finger on it. But when you're in one, you know it. Come on down to Glick Twins. We're on Business 83 in Far. Get here. It's worth it.
Power, performance, and savings. The Coyote year-end clearance event is on now at Rivetta's Machinery in Donham. For more than 50 years and 3 generations, the Rivetta families proudly served the Rio Grande Valley, and today they continue that tradition with Coyote, a name trusted for power, reliability, and value. Right now, they're clearing out Coyote tractors, zero-turns, utility vehicles, and compact construction equipment, all at incredible year-end savings. From the small but mighty 21 horsepower models all the way up to the brand new 140 horsepower Coyote HX 1402, they have the right machine for every job and every budget. And with financing as low as 0% interest and 0 down payment with approved credit, there's never been a better time to join the Rivetta's family. Go see why generations of hardworking Texans choose Rivetta's for tractors, equipment, and service that go the distance. Visit them on Expressway 83 in Donna between Hutto and Valverde Roads. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Come experience larger-than-life luxury and design at Bird Ogden Infinity in Edinburgh. You're invited to come in and choose from a great selection of new Infinities available now. Drive off in your own 2025 Infinity QX50 with just 0% APR for 36 months. And all Infinities come available with the Infinity Premium Care Maintenance Plan for 3 years. Experience luxury as it's meant to be at Bird Ogden Infinity on the corner of Alberta and Expressway 281 in Edinburgh. Shop from the entire line of Infinities online at birdogdeninfinity.com.
Information on your town and your community.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
It's the Wednesday edition of the Valley's Morning News. News Talk 710 KURV. Also, thanks to producer Freddie, we do the 710 KURV X Live, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, so join us online as well. Highs today should be mid-90s. We start the day temperatures mid-70s. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez, injury attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. No word yet when the bill that sailed through Congress to force the DOJ to release the Epstein files will reach President Trump's desk for a signature. South Carolina Congressman Ralph Norman.
This isn't a Democrat, it isn't a Republican issue. This is an American integrity issue of bringing to light what it was a massive cover-up.
Republican earlier on Fox and Friends First. Army Secretary Dan Driscoll and his team landed this morning in Kyiv to meet with Ukrainian officials. He's the highest level Trump Pentagon official to visit that nation, defending its homeland from Russia, which delivered yet another massive strike. That's from the northeastern city of Kharkiv. It's part of a barrage that leaves 20 dead, dozens more injured in the western part of the nation. America's listening to Fox News.
Important business note for South Texas, the city of Starbase. That's where SpaceX is at. The city wants to have a Texas Enterprise Zone established for SpaceX for their Giga Bay project. That's the big rocket factory that's being built there. If you see a bunch of silly people online sitting on the toilet, like movie stars or singers, something like that, it's National Toilet Day. That's all that is about. And NASA is holding a live event today to share images of the 31 Atlas interstellar comet making its way through the solar system. Closest point to Earth will be in about 1 month, they say. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us online. Radio Para Mí is the free app. Everything I'm going to mention to you here, you can find details at KubotaUSA.com. Those awesome tractors, all that awesome equipment you need for the ranch. KubotaUSA.com. Versatile Kubota equipment is waiting for you at Amigo Power Equipment. Go walk the campus today with JP and Jeff at Amigo Power. Great deals waiting for you at Amigo Power on all the equipment. For example, the Kubota Z Series mowers, those awesome mowers, the Kubota Sidekick utility vehicles, and of course, the number one selling compact tractor in the nation, that would be Kubota, the Kubota L Series. JP and Jeff waiting for you to talk about the opportunity, 0% financing that is available if you qualify, or you could save up to $4,500 on some of this awesome Kubota equipment now through December 31st. So you got a few more weeks. Take advantage of the big savings. Great financing. 0% financing available on Kubota, on Amigo Power, at Amigo Power Equipment on this Kubota equipment, or $4,500 off in savings. So go visit with JP and Jeff today and take a look at all these savings and great financing opportunities on Kubota. Amigo Power Equipment is in Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
Experience everything Bird Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh has to offer. Service, selection, and quality. Indulge yourself with bold design and step into EV luxury and lease a new Cadillac Lyriq. Now just $439 per month during the Cadillac season's best event. More style, more innovation, more you. Make your move. Set yourself apart and discover a new standard of luxury ownership. Visit us online at birdogdencadillac.com or come in today to Bird Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh, where legends are made. Dale gas!
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter. If you need a printer or copier, Total Imaging Solutions has the right printer for you. You get the printer for a simple monthly fee and copies, just a penny or less a page. No ink or toner charges. No surprise service fees, just clear, honest pricing. And if your old printer's slowing you down, we'll trade it out and level you up. Whether you print just a couple of copies a day or need the next New York Times press, we can help. Plus, if anything ever breaks, our team will have you up and running in under 4 hours. Easy printing, fast service, real savings. That's the penny or less revolution. Call 956-664-2113 or visit copiesforapenny.com. That's copiesforapenny.com. Total Imaging Solutions, helping your business one penny at a time.
Be part of the KUR